Right, folks, I'm a bit loath to do this because in about 30 minutes' time, or even less, I could have egg on my face, but I can wipe it off, so don't worry about it. Right, another small landmark hit, 2600 today. We sort of approached it yesterday. We got to 25.96, then it went to 99. It might have gone to 2600, but I don't know. But anyway, from 99, it fell to 95. There's always people getting off, which is a shame. Luckily, some have come back on. And we've hit 2600 today. Again, over the moon. I mean, there's a couple of times I've not even celebrated. I used to do every 50, then every 100. There's a couple of times I've not celebrated because I felt a bit of a fraud. I mean, we've just had a month not long since where I got 700 or 800 in 1 month, which is just unheard of for a channel of my size. I got lucky. I put a video out that loads watched, and for some reason loads decided to jump on board. I'm forever grateful, but it was surprising. I have said I want to get to 3,000 because it's going to trigger a couple of things that I'm going to do on the channel. Many of you won't be interested in them, but I'm going to do them anyway. And I also believe when I hit that figure, I've got ways and means of making the channel grow at a greater rate because that's what I want it to do. I want more to see these videos, to get more on board and more to see them because I want it to be another source of income to me. And I hope you don't mind that. But again, I'll say, folks, I don't do it just for that. And if you knew what I was earning now, you'd laugh. I mean, for the hours and time I put in, I earn absolutely buttons, and I mean buttons. But anyway, that's further down the line. But I'm on 2600, as I say. It might go up a little bit later, it may not. So the reason for mentioning it, as I say, I want to get to this 3,000. I was hoping to do it by May or June. I think I'll hit it definitely by June. I think I will. I'm not definitely, but I think I'll hit it by June. And then over the last 3 or 4 weeks, I thought, I want to do it for my birthday. I want to do it for my birthday. I want to get to 3,000 for my birthday. It's just a date I've got in my mind to hit. That's not going to get it because we're looking at only about 3 weeks away. Unless I get lucky and do another video that the masses see and loads jump on board. And that's unlikely because it's all luck in this game at the moment because of the way my channel is set up. But unless I get a video out that thousands and thousands see and loads jump on board, that is unlikely to happen. But you never know. But if I get to 3,000 by then, I'll be over the moon. But if I don't, it'll come in May or June. I'm pretty sure I will. It will. By the end of June, I would have thought. I would hope anyway. Either way, that's by the by. Again, what I'll say, folks, a couple of things. If when you know, I never ask this, folks. There's all these things here. People keep telling me, and Mandy especially tells me, I never ask these things because it embarrasses me. But I will ask you again. If anyone watches the channel that doesn't subscribe, do it. If you don't mind, do it. I mean, as you know, it costs you bugger all. You don't pay anything. There's no issues there. I would suggest if you do subscribe, do that notification bell. That's really important. That notification bell tells you what videos are coming out of mine and it titles them. There's lots of videos on here, as I say, on a daily basis. There'll be many that you've no interest in whatsoever, and there'll be some where you think, oh, I might want to dip into that. With a notification, you can watch the ones you want to see, and the ones you don't watch them. But at least you'll know they're out there. Because I do so many per day. If anybody has 2 or 3 days away from this channel, you could miss 30 videos, and in that time there might be 3 that are subjects that you're really keen on, that you'd love to see, and they're then gone into the ether. You'll never see them again. But if you do a notification, they all come up, I believe, on your phone. Then you can look at your phone over the last 2 or 3 days, and it'll tell you what I've released. And if you want one, I'll watch that one. I'll watch that one, and so on and so forth. And again, I never ask this neither, but that thumbs up or thumbs down, I know it's dead important, but I don't ask it. I've probably mentioned it, I would say 4 times in 6 weeks. So I'll mention it again now. This is the 5th time. The thumbs up or thumbs down works for me because the more I get, the more YouTube push things. And they're not pushing things much at the moment anyway because the views on most things I do aren't that great. But if you get into a habit of doing a thumbs up, to be honest with you folks, if you like me, and you don't have to like me, and if you don't mind the channel, if you thumbs up everything after about 30 seconds, whether you like it or not, or thumbs down it, you can thumbs down it even if you like me, even if you like my channel. Thumbs down works the same way as a thumbs up, believe it or not. But you don't see the thumbs down, but I do. And it's not that I hide them. YouTube have come up with this idea of hiding them. I don't know why. I'm happy for you to see any thumbs down. If any of you ever says to me, Dave or Grumpy, on this one, how many thumbs down have you got? Put it in the comments column and I'll tell you. I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. You know I won't. When people comment and say nasty things about me, they're there. You've all seen them. I leave them there. I don't wipe anything. So if anyone wants to know how many thumbs up or thumbs down I've got, ask me and I'll tell you. I think you can see the thumbs up yourself, but they might not be in real time. But I know how many thumbs up and thumbs down I get. So if you can thumbs up or thumbs down every single video, if you've got the facilities to do that, I would appreciate it greatly. And a couple more things, I'll say it again. We've done that video, folks. This isn't for everybody, this, because not everybody follows the sport or the horse racing. we've done a video called The Bookies Are Scum versus Us the Punters. We've done nothing on it for about a week, 10 days now, because I've had no stories in. But although I'm calling the bookies scum, I've made this appeal on about 3 occasions, 4 occasions, maybe 5 occasions over the last 12 months. I'm after speaking to somebody high up at any bookmakers, big bookmakers, but ideally Betfred, SpreadX and Boyle Sports. If anybody watches this channel and has got an inroad into any people high up at any of those places, either get them to watch my video or yourself get in my email section, go on the channel email, drop me a message, I'll get back to you and we can discuss you passing me on any phone number that you may have or may be able to procure. If it comes from a back door and we're not allowed to say where I got it from, I'll keep your name and whatever secret. I won't tell anybody. But I need to speak to any of those 3 people. If I do, I've got something. Although I'm calling the bookies, and I am, but I'm only calling them because number 1, they won't pay us out on time. Number 2, they won't let us have enough on. And number 3, they close our accounts. There's every reason to call them for those reasons. Other than that, I used to love bookies. I mean, I grew up with Willie Mill, nothing wrong with them at all. Now there's some independents out there that are great, but these big conglomerates, it's all about themselves and they don't care about us, which is why I call them. But that said, I've got something that I can give to any of them bookies that firstly, as I say, will make me serious money, but it will also for other people. I can't think of the word. It's not all about me. If it makes money, lots of others will make from it, even including some of you folk on here, and that's a fact. It's not bull, it's a fact. I'm not greedy. I am greedy, I eat too much, but I couldn't think of the word. I'm not greedy in monetary sense, folks, I'm not. So if I can get hold of anybody from those, I can do something that can be a big earner, but something that we can all, in roundabout way, profit from, and everybody that bets, to be honest with you, can profit from, believe it or not, and that's true. And also what I'll say, if you don't mind, folks, anybody that likes this site and that doesn't mind it, if you've got anybody that you think might be interested in any of the stuff that I cover, any of the stuff that I do, mention it to people. If there's any videos on here that you like, send it to them and share it. And I had another in the other day, another idea I thought of. If you've got anybody, folks, and are they called expats that live abroad, that have been abroad for a good while, especially probably those over 35 or 40, there's lots of men folk that like horse racing, or football especially, maybe some that like rugby and golf will cover all of those. There's a lot of ladies maybe over there, especially ladies of a certain age, that don't buy newspapers, and although they might get a bit of British TV and maybe watch the soaps, they don't have time to watch the news and whatever else, and they don't know what's going on in the world. And again, even if they see the news, that only tells them the major stories. You know, we cover the cesspit and everything from down below that, all the media stuff, all the entertainment stuff, you know, all the idiots, like your Amanda Oldens and your Paddy McGuinnesses and your Danny Dyers, and all that kind of folk who I don't like. And I've always got stories on a daily basis about all of those. And there's a certain breed of people that like them kind of stories. I've had a couple of people on here that say, I don't get newspapers, Grumpy, and I don't watch much of the telly, but I don't have to. I come on here, and anything that's happening in the world or in world of showbiz, I know from you. I love it. So there'll be people abroad that aren't hearing all this that'll know nothing. And this could be a little bit of a escapism from what they do in the normal day. Sunning themselves, enjoying themselves with a cold beer. They can then come home, sit in, and be bored to death by a grumpy old bugger in Warrington talking cack. We'll give them the chance to watch a grumpy old bugger in Warrington talking cack. You never know. You might pass it to people over there in that there Spain or Turkey or Mallorca or Tenerife or anywhere, and they might share it with all the pals. I might get millions of new subscribers. It could be fantastic. They could be waiting in bars and restaurants and everywhere abroad for my next transmission. And they come all the time, folks. You know that yourselves. So, anybody that's abroad that you think might be missing home and missing the grumpiness of the old British male, because no one's grumpier than me, pass them me details. Let them have a look. If they don't want to know, they don't want to know, but you never know, they might surprise you, and I'll take anybody on board, folks, don't worry about that. And again, before I go, if you've got any subject, viewers, any subject you'd like us to talk about on here, mention them, and if I know anything about them, we'll cover them. The agony uncle, it was serious, folks, it wasn't a joke. Have a look at the agony uncle in the channel, what's it called? If you've got any issues, any problems, anything in your life that you're worried about or you're upset with, or any issues that you're not happy with, that you'd like to talk over or you'd like to get a different angle on, let me know in any of the comments and we'll air it. We don't have to have your proper name, we don't need to know who you are, and you'll get my thoughts on it as an agony uncle, and then you'll get some of the followers commenting down below. We've done it with one person up to now, it's not carried on, but it will in time, because as I get more people, I'll keep mentioning it, more people will go for it. And I know you might think it's weird, but it's not. It's just different, and this channel is that. Different. It's definitely different. There's no doubts about that, folks. Anyway, I'll love you and leave you. 2600. Thank you, one and all. I appreciate your mother. You know, I keep saying that, but I do. I really do. And I don't even mind some of those that have a go at me. If you want to have a go, have a go. As I say, broad-shouldered, I don't care. Well, now and again they bother you a little bit, but only a little bit. I just carry on. Because for everyone that don't like you, somebody does, and that's the way I take things. And at the end of the day, those that don't like me, I think to myself, well, I like you? No, I probably won't. So that's all right with me.